What if I told you that true happiness isn't something you find outside of yourself, but something that's already inside of you, just waiting to be unlocked? What if I told you that happiness is not a destination, but a choice that begins with shifting your mindset and taking control of your emotions? Sister Shivani teaches us that the key to lasting happiness isn't about changing our circumstances, it's about changing how we respond to them. What if, instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal situation, you chose to embrace happiness right now? Stick with me, because today we're going to explore how you can unlock your inner peace, let go of stress, and truly live a life of joy, no matter what life throws your way. What if I told you that the key to living a truly fulfilling life isn't about waiting for everything to fall into place, but about taking full responsibility for your own happiness? What if I told you that the reason most people never feel complete or satisfied is because they're constantly blaming others or circumstances for their unhappiness? But what if I told you that happiness is a choice, and it starts with you? Imagine for a moment that instead of looking for reasons to feel unhappy, you begin to look for reasons to feel empowered. What if you took full ownership of your emotions, your actions, and the life you create? Most people spend their lives waiting for something outside of them to change before they act. They wait for the perfect moment to start, the perfect person to come into their life, or the perfect circumstances to fall into place. But what if I told you that the perfect moment will never come? The truth is, you have the power to choose happiness at any moment. When you stop waiting for others or the world to give you permission to be happy, you start living with purpose, direction, and power. Every decision you make, every action you take is within your control, and it's time to take responsibility for creating the life you want. What if you stopped blaming the past, the people around you, or your situation and started empowering yourself to make different choices? The moment you take responsibility for your own happiness, your life begins to shift. What if this moment, right now, could be the one where you decide to take control, to step up, and to create a life of joy and fulfillment on your own terms? What if I told you that the key to creating lasting happiness and success isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect, but about breaking free from the mental prison of limiting beliefs? What if I told you that everything you believe about yourself, your capabilities, your potential, your worth, is shaping your reality right now? Most people go through life locked in a cycle of self-doubt and limiting beliefs, convinced that their past failures, their upbringing, or their current circumstances define what they can achieve. What if I told you that those beliefs aren't true? What if I told you that you've been holding yourself back with thoughts that are completely made up, based on past experiences that no longer serve you? Imagine this. What if the only thing standing between you and your success is the belief that you can't do it? What if you could change that belief today and step into a reality where you're capable of achieving anything? What if, instead of feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you realize that you hold the power to rewrite your story at any time? The moment you decide to question your limiting beliefs, you take back control of your life. You have the ability to break through the walls of self-doubt you've built over the years. What if I told you that the moment you stop believing in your limitations and start believing in your potential, everything changes? The people who succeed, who live extraordinary lives, are the ones who chose to break free from those limiting beliefs and step into a mindset of possibility. What if you take that step right now and realize that your true potential is limitless? It all starts with changing the beliefs that have been holding you back. What if I told you that the most powerful source of energy you have isn't something you need to search for outside of yourself, but something you already possess? What if I told you that everything you need to succeed, the drive, the passion, the focus, is locked inside you, waiting to be unlocked? Most people feel tired, drained, or uninspired because they don't realize that energy isn't something you find, it's something you create. Imagine this. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike or for the stars to align, you could learn how to generate energy at will simply by taking action and engaging with your goals. What if I told you that your actions are the key to unlocking limitless energy? The more you act, the more energy you create. Every step you take toward your goals, no matter how small, generates momentum. This momentum builds into a wave of positive energy that propels you forward. The key to sustained energy isn't about waiting for external factors to change. It's about changing your internal state through action. What if I told you that the reason you're feeling drained isn't because you don't have enough time or resources, but because you're not tapping into the energy source inside you? The moment you take the first step, you'll notice that your energy levels begin to rise. The secret to unlocking the energy you need is to take that first action and then build on it. Your energy is created through your movement, your decisions, and your commitment to taking action. What if today you decided to stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead choose to create your own momentum and energy by simply starting? The power to change everything is already inside of you. What if I told you that the biggest barrier between you and your goals isn't your lack of resources, talent, or even opportunity, but your fear of the unknown? What if I told you that fear is the very thing that holds you back from achieving greatness? And the only way to break through to the next level is by embracing that fear, not avoiding it? Most people spend their lives trying to avoid fear, to run from it, to seek comfort and certainty. But what if I told you that the path to success is built on discomfort and uncertainty? Imagine for a moment you have a dream, a goal, something big you want to achieve, but every time you think about taking the first step, fear stops you. What if instead of shrinking back, you use that fear as your fuel? What if you stopped seeing fear as a roadblock and started seeing it as a sign that you're about to break through to something extraordinary? The truth is, fear is a compass. It shows you where you need to grow. Every time you push through that fear, you grow stronger, more confident, and closer to your ultimate success. What if I told you that every successful person you admire didn't avoid fear? They embraced it. They didn't wait for fear to go away before acting. They acted in spite of fear, knowing that fear is temporary, but the rewards of overcoming it last forever. What if you chose to act in the face of fear right now, to step into the unknown and see what's waiting on the other side? The life you've always wanted is just on the other side of your fear. The moment you decide to face it head on, everything starts to change. What if I told you that true happiness doesn't come from external achievements, wealth, or possessions, but from something far more powerful, living in alignment with your purpose? What if the reason so many people feel unfulfilled, no matter how much they have or how much they achieve, is because they're chasing the wrong goals, ones that don't align with their deepest values? Most of us go through life seeking validation from the outside world, thinking that external success will bring inner happiness. But what if I told you that happiness is not something to chase? It's something to create by reconnecting with who you really are and what you truly want. Imagine waking up every day with a sense of purpose, feeling excited and fulfilled because you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. What if you could stop chasing after things that don't truly matter and instead focus on what lights you up, what makes you feel alive and connected? The truth is, living with purpose is the secret to lasting happiness. When your actions align with your values, you stop feeling like you're missing something, and instead you feel whole and complete. What if I told you that success, money, and recognition mean nothing if they aren't aligned with your purpose? The most fulfilled people are not those who have the most. They're the ones who have found what they love and live it every single day. The key to creating the life you want isn't about accumulating more. It's about aligning your life with what truly matters to you. What if today you decided to stop chasing external validation and started focusing on the purpose that makes you come alive? The power to change your life is within you, and it starts with reconnecting with your true purpose. What if I told you that the one thing standing between you and your dreams isn't your lack of knowledge, skill, or talent, but your inability to take massive action? What if I told you that everything you want in life is waiting for you on the other side of action, and the only thing holding you back is your hesitation to start? Most people spend years planning, preparing, and waiting for the perfect moment, but what if I told you that the perfect moment never arrives? The truth is, action creates momentum, and momentum is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Imagine this. You've got a vision, a goal that excites you, but fear, doubt, and uncertainty are keeping you stuck. What if instead of waiting for everything to be perfect, you took the first step anyway, even if you don't have all the answers, all the resources, or all the clarity? What if the key to achieving everything you desire is simply the decision to act? It's not about knowing everything or having everything in place. It's about taking that first step and the next and the next. What if I told you that success isn't about waiting for inspiration to strike, but about acting first, even when you're unsure? The people who succeed are not the ones who have it all figured out. They're the ones who take bold action despite their uncertainty. Every time they take action, they learn, grow, and gain clarity. What if you could start today knowing that action is the key to everything? Every step you take is one step closer to turning your vision into reality. The only question is, what are you waiting for? As we conclude, remember this: your dreams are not out of reach. They're waiting for you to take action. The key to unlocking everything you desire is in your hands, right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it by stepping forward, taking that first action, and building momentum. The power to transform your life is already inside you, and all it takes is the courage to act. Good luck on your journey. I know you have the power to create the life you've always wanted. Thank you for your time, your focus, and your commitment to taking action today. The world is waiting for you to step up, to take charge, and to make things happen. Now is your time. Go out there and make it count.